Kia ora koutou. Welcome everybody to the Queenstown Ice Arena in Queenstown, New Zealand. Today's action, semi-final, game 2 between SkyCity Stampede and Canterbury Red Devils. This is the decider, folks. We're going to be deciding who goes on to the Burgle Cup Finals shortly. And today will be a finishing aggregate game. So we'll have some things to talk about.
All right, we're rolling. Welcome to the 2024 season. Battle between the West Auckland Admirals and the SkyCity Stampede. Puck has been dropped and the boys are rolling. Battling for it. Stampede corner, centered, shot on target. Good work there. Early in the season. Welcome to Queenstown Ice Arena. I'm Dave Dubnick. The rest of my tech crew, Molly, Matt, and Tyler. Here in this cold place here, Queenstown. Maybe freezing at the moment. Behind the net, Stampede can't clear it out. Kept in. And big work, firing up, and finally Stampede get it into the Admiral zone. Off a ref skate, picked up by Colin McIntosh. Marches it in and loses it in the corner. Picks it up again behind the net. Pushes it to the other corner. Admirals show steady march out. Red line by Henry. Henry over the blue line, center. Tipped away by Freer. And Lockie Freer hits Ross. A new Stampede import. Back to Burns. Takes a shot at it. Blocked by a broken stick. And it's fired back in. Chuba Marcos. Chuba covering up there for the Admirals just to slow things down. It was a little bit chaotic there in that Admiral zone. Well, frantic start to the 24 season. Great to see the Stampede, a couple more imports. Not that they need a lot of depth, but just more depth to add to their arsenal. Winston Lee with it in the corner, taps it around where Roby fires along the boards. And Stampede can't keep it in. Red line, fired back in. Stephen controls it behind his own net. Pass up, picked up by Rusky Jones, centering off a stick. And fired back behind the net. Roby battling for it, picks it up in the corner. Leaves where Rusky Jones picks it up. Back to Burns on the point. Burns shot. Don't think it made it to the net. Back to Rusky Jones, back to Burns. Burns takes another one. Great glove stop and then cover up by Chuba. Again, Admirals struggling to get it out of their own zone. Well, tonight's officials, linesman Nick Flight about to drop the puck. He's got Barrett Wilson with him and Ted Howard as the official referee. Stampede just keeping it in. McCullum, another import. It's great to see how he works from that defensive point. McCollum to Chalice. And it in the neutral zone where Admirals just get it over the line, but it's tapped back out. Hayward Jones fires it in. Forcing, so a cover up, quick cover up, and held up. Jordan Chalice moving around the traps. Spent some time with the Swarm and the Admirals. And now, playing for the Stampede. Just loves hockey. Plays wherever he can. Also representing New Zealand as an Ice Black. See how he manages with this Stampede crew. McLeish firing it back in. And Kuntz was offside. McLeish couldn't quite keep that in. So we have Jet McCullum. He's out of New Brunswick, Canada. And Nolan Ross out of Ontario. Suppose there's family watching this. Big hello to them, and come on down here to New Zealand and watch the live action here. Burns with it on the point, cross to Amston. Amston backhands it. And McIntosh tries a little bit of a backhand, and Regan marches it out for the Admirals. Stampede over the red line. Ross pushed off the puck on the blue line, but he's got back up with McIntosh, and Ross ends up with it. Turned over, and Admirals skating it up. Backhand by Ross as he skates to the bench. Big line change. Puck behind the net. Admirals starting out on the blue line. Henry on the blue line. Bit of toing and froing there on the red line. Chamberlain finally tries to control it in his own zone. Blue line. Big centering pass by Stefan, but it rolls all the way down into the Admiral zone. Freer takes a shot from just ahead of the blue line, and once again, Chuba's forced to glove that in. I would say these are sort of opening game, perhaps even opening season jitters, just not quite perfect stick handling. Definitely end-to-end hockey. Good entertainment. Here, Rusky Jones facing off for the Stampede. Puck rolls right in front. No one there to collect that. Behind the net, Admirals trying to march it out now. Blue line. Great work by Hurley, keeping it in, centering it. And fantastic effort. And had a bit of open net there. Was Cullum, but couldn't complete the deed. Once again, facing off to the left of Chava. Devlin. Chalice with it in the corner. All the way back to the point. Coyle puts it back in. Admirals railing it around. Chalice carries it back to his own blue line. And it's bumped back in by Devlin. Winston railed up by Harrison, who's just saying hello. Welcome to the 24 season. Centering pass. Admirals had a chance there. Couldn't quite connect on that right in front of the net. Burns taps it accidentally to Rooney. Who centers, no one there. Rolls to the blue line. Harrison fires it up. And it's railed in by Ross. And Chalice, sorry. And finally, Chuba covers up. Bit of work on positioning. They're getting there. Lots of neutral zone play. Wonderful end-to-end hockey. Face off to the right of Chuba. McIntosh facing off for the Stampede. Rolls to the corner. McIntosh picks it up behind the net. Centering pass and a step in. Carries to the red line, picks it up again, pushes it behind the Stampede net. It's cleared up but not out. Admirals pushing against the boards. It's a bit of a gang tangled along the boards. Halfway to the blue line, finally it bumps out to the corner. That's railed all the way around. Ross, cross ice to Callum. McCallum skates it in front. Can't get the shot away though. McCallum trying to keep that in, and he does. Ross taps it in to McIntosh. McIntosh to the blue line. Does a little bit of fancy work. Hits Freer. Freer takes that shot. And thank goodness for shin pads. Great block. Great block by the Admiral defense. That was Steffen who blocked that. And it hits the timber on the roof. This low ceiling once again in action. Rusky Jones facing off for the Stampede. To the left of Chaba. Burns. Another little flick just wide of the net. And Admirals fire it up. And Burns is forced to chase it. Amston off the ice, or off the glass to the red line. Kept in. Great hustle there by Murray for the Admirals, pushing his way in, but can't quite get that final shot on net. Bit of a scuffle behind the net. And it rolls to the corner, and Amston picks it up. Slows things down. Burns, cross ice to the red line. Hurley fires it up to Roby. Roby can't get it back to Hurley, who is sitting open on the blue line. Hurley in front of the net, while Roby stick handles behind the net, and finally Admirals clear it up to the blue line. Controlled by Coyle, while both teams have a big line change. Coyle losing it to the boards, forcing the rest of the Stampede to come back. In front, just knocked off the puck at the last minute. It's Christone. He was on the ice when he had a great chance. Unfortunate for the Admirals. And a shot on net, forcing a faceoff in the Stampede zone. Face-off to the right, Stampede goaltender. Big flick pass, centering, and just a little bit of a misstep in front of the net, and no one there to collect it. Admirals turn it up. Red line, shot, and gloved nicely. Like I was saying earlier, big end-to-end hockey. And Joel Hasselman gloves that down beautifully. Once again, face-off, Stampede zone. Trading face-offs in each other's zone. Lots of skating action. Amston, McIntosh, feed, can't hit Ross. And it'll be an offside call on the Admirals. Dumped in. Hasselman pushes to the corner. Amston rails it around to Freer. And Amston picks up in front of the net, pushes it up, shot wide. Mitchell Freer fires one high, goes to the corner. Lockie Freer picks it up along the boards, dumps it in behind the net. And Daigle taps it up to the corner. Big lead pass. Amston picks it up, intercepts. And Rooney, after it bounces off a referee skate, Rooney dumps it in. McIntosh with it. Big cross ice pass. Can't quite hit Ross. And Amston can't stop that puck as it rolls into his own zone. Chamberlain, spinorama, fires it back in behind the net. Freer bumps one of the Admiral players down behind the net as they both go for the puck. And Chamberlain, Vesper, can't hit Vesper, but it does roll behind the net. Where's Stampede? Pass it up, but not out. Fired back in. Into the corner. 2 Stampede players battling for it against 1 Admiral. McLeish backhands it in front of the net. Bouncing puck. Dangerous. And it kind of rattles around there, but nobody can pick it up. Still Admirals in front of the net. Great opportunities, but Hasselman seems to just get in the way. Cross ice pass to the corner. No one picks it up. So Stampede pick it up. McCollum skates it in himself to the blue line. Fires it on target. Battle for it in the corner. There's a bit of there's going to be a penalty, and there it is. Oh my goodness, what are we, 7 minutes into the season, and we have just a little bit of saying hello there. Once again, thanks to Molly and her crew, Taylor and Max, helping out here in the box. Big shout out to all you people watching, the Freer family and the Burns family, the usual suspects. Oh, we'll see what the outcome is here. So the referees are having their discussion with both themselves and then the captains. Vandermeer for the Admirals are in. So face-off will be in the Admiral zone. An opportunity we're just trying to clarify things. Just finding out numbers. All right, so we've got Vandermeer for the Admirals. And Dylan Devlin looks like for SkyCity Stampede, 4-4. Pucks face off in the Admiral zone. Admirals marching it out. Daigle over the blue line. Freer battles with him. And it rolls back to the point where a light shot from Regan hits the target though. And Daigle fires from the blue line. Regan takes a wide angle shot. Ross can't quite get past one of the Admiral skates. That little delay creates an offside call. 7 minutes and 49 seconds left in this 0-0 game. If you are listening in Canada, I'm assuming it's warm and summery. We're here in a bit of an ice, a little bit cold here in Queenstown, probably 0 degrees. Snow in the mountains, a bit rainy, snowy at the moment. Rusky Jones carries, leaves for Harrison. Connor Harrison to the corner, rails it all the way around for Amston to pick up on the other far blue line. Shot deflected off a skate, and Admirals pick it up in their own corner. Vesper. Citroni back behind the net. Kennedy, Winston Lee. And it's intercepted and fired in by Freer. Kept in, shot high. Once again, puck bouncing around on the face-off dot and along the boards Finally picked up by Amston. Carries behind the net. Back to Coyle on the point. One times it. Fluttering puck in front of the net. And Hurley dumps it behind the net, where Amston picks that up. Sorry, that's not Amston. That was Roby, sorry. And the puck rolling in the corner. Admirals fire it up. No one there, so Coyle picks it up. Coyle for the Stampede. Up to Ross. Ross tries to make it over the blue line. Pushed off the puck along the boards. McIntosh flicks it up behind the net. Admirals pick it up. Lead pass. Lost at the red line, but Coyle backhands that out of harm's way, where McIntosh picks it up. McIntosh being heavily dogged. Finally hits Coyle. Coyle, lead pass, intercepted by Regan, and Admirals controlling in their own zone. Kunst on the red line gets the puck knocked off him by McIntosh. Bouncing puck in the Stampede zone, pushed out to the red line. Once again, Admirals pick it up. Stepan, Regan now over the blue line. Shot wide, and puck rolls up and out to the red line where Freer taps it. But it ends up on Admirals' stick again, and they march it up. Harassed at the blue line was Regan, and Stampede just batted out again. He scores. Burns mishandled, and Regan backhands that in. It looked like a nothing puck, but Regan definitely, I think it was a 5-hole, taps it in. Great opportunity to thank our sponsors. SkyCity Stampede would love to thank SkyCity Queenstown, Telemax, LBRP, Queenstown Consulting, AWS Legal, Queenstown Health, and the Cook Brothers Construction. Puck faced off already, and we're 1-0 for the Admirals. Stampede marching it up. Not out, and it's batted back into Stampede zone. Harrison with it along his own boards in his own zone. Vesper carries over the blue line, knocked off the puck. And Harris can't collect the puck that's passed up to him on the blue line. Looks like Daigle. Daigle gets some speed up from behind his own net and carries all the way into his own zone, into the Stampede zone from his own zone, and still has it, still just circling around. And it's tapped in from the blue line again behind the net, and we have something going on. We'll find out. What an exciting game. Dylan Devlin visiting the ice box once again. He's got a 2-minute holding penalty. That's still in that first period. He's had a bit of time in the box. Face off to the left of Hasselman. Chance for Admirals to test out their power play. But the Stampede batted all the way down to Cheva, who stops it behind his own zone, behind his own net. Joel, I'm missing you here. And puck's kicked back all the way down, forcing Admirals to skate it all the way back into their own zone and set it up again. Lots of time in that penalty. But the Stampede doing a wonderful job of not letting them pass too far into that Stampede zone. And Hasselman covers up a high puck, batted down. 3 minutes, 1 second left as we roll on. Bex and Nigel Dobson, I'm sure you're listening to this. hugging the fire at home. And the Stampede trying to get it out, and they get it to the red line, where Steppen picks it up, carries to his own zone. Richie, Heather, and the Heather boys. Kingston, Cash. I'm sure you're watching, sitting by the fire, nice and warm, hot chocolates. And it looks like Steppen taps it in as they marched it in all the way in, and a close quarters tap in sneaks it by Joel Hasselman's pad. And there you go, 2-0 lead late in this first period. Stampede got a bit of a hole to dig out of. Staying focused, staying controlled, and getting those shots on net. Once again, it was just a puck in front of the net. Well done. Admirals up 2-0. Freer fires it up. Can't get it out off a leg or a hand of Henry, but it was kept in and still kept in by the Admirals. Finally, Freer, that's Lockie Freer. Up but not out, back into Stampede zone. Big lead pass. McIntosh can't collect it, and so icing is the call. Big thank you to Ted and Dan Graham. I'm sitting here in the new renovated box here. Wonderful structure. Chocolate fondue, hot tub, massage chair. Wonderful. And apparently they're going to rent it out over the week, Airbnb. So if you're interested, I think it'll probably fit 3 or 4 people. I'm not sure what the price is. Freer with it. McIntosh to the red line, and taps it off. An Admiral stick, and Van Mullen rails it around. Picked up by Regan, spins, shoots, and behind the net. Huge work by the Admirals. First to the puck, hungry for it, as Henry in the corner chasing it, and it's finally tapped out. Again, Admirals stop it from being cleared out, and Freer fires it up. And no icing. In the corner, Stampede can't control it. Step in, bumped off the puck by Rusky Jones. Chalice with it. Chalice cross ice to Harrison. Harrison tries to center, can't. And it rolls in front onto Harrison's stick, but he wasn't quite ready for that. And Admirals tap it to the red line. Chalice to Amston. Amston fighting hard against Henry, who's everywhere at the moment. And McCullum over the blue line fires it on target, and Chava covers that up with 26 seconds left in this first period. Exciting hockey. Stampede in a position where they're going to have to do some digging in that second period. Rusky Jones facing off for the Stampede to the left of Chava. Into the corner, up, tapped up. McCullum takes a shot, pad save. McCullum keeps it in, and then it's tapped up. Once again, McCullum picks it up on his own, just over the blue line, fires it on again. Trying to find those that daylight, but Chava seems to be everywhere. Over the red line, firing it in, and that ends the first period. End-to-end hockey. 2 goals scored by the Admirals, putting them ahead 2-0. My goodness. Got ourselves a good second period coming up. I'm Dave Dubnick, and I'll be bringing you the second period very shortly. Stay tuned. Back here, second period action. Admirals controlling in their own zone. Finally, blue line, firing it up. Vandermeulen to Daigle in the corner. Vandermeulen, Daigle again. Center, back to the point. Hayward Jones takes that shot off a skate or a leg, and it's kicked out to the blue line. Daigle picks it up. Red line. Daigle over the blue line. Shot, deflected wide, where Freer is pushed against the boards. And Daigle receives a pass, cross ice. Centers it, no one there. Off the boards and tapped down into Admiral territory. Carries behind the net. McIntosh pushes him forward. And it ends up on Burns' stick on his own blue line. And he fires it up. Shot by Harrison. And kept in by Burns. Corner, McCollum, shot from Amston on target, but just bounces wide. Chalice rails it around behind the net, bounces to the corner. And Henry, Citroni, weak shot, but it's kicked out, and Hasselman forced to make a quick save there. I believe that was Henry in front of the net. Huge pressure in front. Great work by the Admirals, busting out hard in that second period. Big thanks, James Van Leeuwen. Thanks for that. He's our remote technician, watching from the couch, helping us out. Face off to the left of Hasselman. Murray takes a shot from the point off a shin of Roby. Puck bounces up where Roby gives chase, trying to tap it forward past Chamberlain, but he can't chase it down as Chamberlain picks it up. Puts it up to the red line. Regan is robbed by Burns, but it ends up on Regan's stick just over the blue line, and he's knocked off the puck. Steppen battling for it. Roby, Rusky Jones, and now Amston with it. Burns slowing things down, marches it to the red line, carries over the blue line, centers. Rusky Jones couldn't get a handle on that, right in front of the net. And Amston beat by Reagan. Reagan all alone, shot off of Hasselman, off the post. Great work by Regan. And it rolls back into Admiral territory. Huge end-to-end action here early in that second period. Red line. McCollum makes a nice move on Winston Lee. And McIntosh carries, can't control it, rolls to the blue line. McIntosh ends up with it again, but it's off a skate of Moses. And again, red line. Winston Lee picks it up, carries to the blue line, bumped off the puck by Freer. And Ross giving chase against Daigle. Daigle. Winston Lee. And icing is the call. I think I said Winston Lee there, that big lead pass. That was actually Howard Jones. So face off to the left of Cello. Doing a great job in net. Shutout so far for the Admirals. Daigle behind his own net. Circles around, back again. Big steal by Harrison, but he couldn't quite get it in front of the net. Where Stampede are working it hard, but not getting any good shots. And finally, Devlin fires it into the corner where Daigle picks it up. Daigle rails it up, intercepted by Freer. to Devlin, caught in his skate. Has to spin around a bit to get it. And McCollum carries along behind the net. Leaves for Devlin. Devlin spins and shoots. And it rolls to the far boards. And Chubba can't collect it, so Daigle takes it behind the net. Howard Jones up to Winston Lee. Can't collect it. And McCollum picks it up. Devlin. Roby, over the blue line. And a puck. And a backhand. Ross, first goal for the NZIHL. That's Nolan Ross out of Ontario, Canada. Happy about that. Puts Stampede on the board. And that puts the Stampede within one. It's 2-1. 14 minutes, 55 seconds here. In the second period. McIntosh with it. Up to Ross. Ross over the blue and shot. Deflected wide and off in the dead zone. And the puck is whistled down. And face-off will be to the right of Chubba. To the left of Chubba. Chance for Freer. Freer. Nice little flick. Forcing Chubba to do a quick snap of the leather and stopping that. Great work by Chubba as Freer moved in off after that face-off. Once again, McIntosh taps to the corner, picks it up behind the net, leaves for Freer, bumped off the puck. And it rolls up and out. McIntosh collects it. Burns, cross ice to Amston, once again to Burns. Burns, huge lead pass to McIntosh. And it's behind the net. Well, he's railed up, trying to control it. Tackled, or tangled up, by a couple Admirals. And they fire it up, but not out. Backhanded in, blocked by Kennedy. And it's bumped into the Stampede area. Hampson picks it up. Lead pass. And giving chase was Devlin, but not fast enough. So it's whistled for icing. Big hello to all you people in New Zealand watching this. Hockey fans. Liam, Evan, sitting at home on the couch, hugging the fire, having a beverage, maybe some popcorn. Missing that. My toes are cold here. A little bit of Dylan Devlin just having a little bit of a hello there. I think it was the Vesper he's pushing off, but finally a face-off. Rolls behind the net. Picked up by McCollum. Fired up. Bounces onto Devlin's stick. And Harrison couldn't control a pass from Devlin. And it rolls to the corner. Shot covered up by Chubba. Face-off will be left for Chubba. 13 minutes and 7 seconds left in this second period. Lots of time. Puck bounces, and Chubba didn't quite know where it went. It actually bounced off his pad into the slot and was forced to react quickly to cover that up. Face off once again, same dot. And the Stampede are probably going to try it again. Off the boards. Railing it around. Where Murray picks it up. Taps it up. McCollum picks it up. Centers. And once again, Harrison just not quite getting a whole piece of that. And everybody backs off Vesper as he takes the shot. Don't know why. And Admirals keeping it in. Tapping in front and off a skate just shy of the goal. And although tangled up, not sure how that happened. Great work by the Admirals. Wasn't a strong shot, but it was sort of confusing for Joel Hasselman. Vesper puts it back into the cloth. Bit of a scramble there. He looked tangled up. I think it was McCullum that had him roped in, but he still got the tap forward, and in the net it goes. 3-1. 12 minutes, just over 12 minutes left. Amps carries over the blue line. Puck rolls to the slot and finally tapped wide. And it's carried up and out where Regan carries over the blue line. Bouncing puck, forcing Hasselman to just cover that up. That was a dangerous puck as it just bounced over sticks and skates as people were swinging at it. And there'll be a face-off there in that right side of Hasselman. Exciting hockey. We've got hockey tonight, obviously, and same time tomorrow night. So you never get tired of hockey here in Hockey Town, Queenstown. Puck rolling up. Hurley centering. Big backhand by McCullum. And Hurley taking offense there. Getting tangled up. Roby getting tangled up. Looking for dance partners. And Chuba skates well away from all that fracas. And we'll see what this ends up being. It was just Admirals taking offense to the close proximity of Stampede players to the goalie, and then Stampede players taking offense to the offense, and everybody taking offense to everything, and leather flies and helmets fly, and here we go. Referees having a bit of a discussion, ironing things out. So we'll see what this ends up being. Regan having words with the bench. Wow, long time. Great time to thank our sponsors here. I'll finish this up because it's important. This is how hockey works here. Queenstown Ice Hockey Club, big thank you. MediaWorks, Sign It, Eventifind. James Ellen Photography. James, who's recovering from a nasty leg injury. Not sure if he'll ever skate again, but big thanks to James. I see him here with a knee brace on, taking photographs. WT Partnership, Crate Works, Cook Brothers Construction, AWS Legal, Tilemax, LBRB Consulting, and of course, the big one, SkyCity Stampede. Big thanks to Ted and Dan Graham, who once again spent the summer just prettying this place up, getting better every year. Big thanks to them and their crew. And make this possible. Sold out crowd. Crazy crowd tonight. They've been hanging out for some hockey. So referees are still ironing it out. Oh, looks like, honey, I won't be home. I'll be home late tonight. We'll see how it all goes. Of course, over the last couple months, a lot of these players have been overseas playing for representing New Zealand and doing a great job for the Ice Blacks. And big up to the Ice Ferns as well. So hockey started early here in New Zealand. Ted Howard sorting things out. He's got Barrett Wilson and Nick Flight ironing things out. We're just finding out Regan's in the box for the Admirals. My goodness. Long conversation. All right, I'm not sure who's getting dealt to here. Classic South Island event last weekend. There's a kids tournament in Tekapo, unfortunately canceled due to the weather. icy rain and snow. But that's South Island conditions. You just got to put up with it. I'm not sure if they're going to make that up or not. Richie, you'll know. Tekapo, lovely spot when it's lovely, but it does invite the snow and rain, and especially considering it's an outdoor rink. If you're a hockey fan or even just a skating fan, great opportunity to come down south here. We've got a few outdoor rinks. Naseby and Tekapo. And the way it's feeling, there's probably any pond in the shade seems to be freezing up. Little Bush Creek in Arrowtown coming along nicely for a bit of a skate, especially in this weather. Cold, cold, cold. Man, boys will be, it's like a whole period interval. Be well rested for the second half of this period. I see Roby hanging around the penalty box, so he may be one of the unfortunate ne'er-do-gooders. Chuba just waiting around patiently, as well as Hasselman hanging around in their respective nets. Guy Kuntz for the Admirals, one of their imports out of the Netherlands, and as well as Pim Vandermeel is also out of the Netherlands, so that European style hockey compared to the Stampede's imports out of Canada. So both of them different styles of hockey. At the moment, 3-1, the Admirals. I was supposed to be up here with Joel Lebret, but unfortunately he's not well. So manhandling this all by myself. Still talking about this. Not sure what the outcome will be. So we've got Ted Howard out of Christchurch, head referee, Barrett Wilson, Rocks out of Dunedin, and of course Nick Flight, a local Queenstown lad, here trying to screw the lid on things and keep things calm and trying to sort this out. Big thanks to all of our volunteers here tonight. People, all the marshals helping out. That's how hockey works here in New Zealand. If you're interested in volunteering, come on out. Look up the Queenstown Ice Hockey Club and they'll put you to work. Great way to meet people and get involved in a very exciting sport. To be honest, these boys will be starting to get a little bit cold standing here. Yeah, Kelly, I agree. I think they're on the phone to the White House finding out exactly what to do here. Very interesting results. I'm sure we'll iron it out eventually. Corey, as exciting as hockey is, Corey's watching his first game of hockey, and this isn't how it normally goes. Or it's not normally like this. Usually a little bit faster action, but I'm sure once this is all ironed out, we'll get back to the action and the boys will be hungry for goals and puck chasing. Okay, looks like, oh, no. This reminds me of a sort of like a middle school dance. Everybody just standing around, nobody really doing anything, just hanging out. Slowly, we'll piece it together. Okay, let's see. Regan's still in the box for the Admirals. And Roby, I believe, in the box. No, Hurley in the box for the Stampede. 5-on-4. Still ironing it out. If only we could go to a commercial. So Daigle having a conversation with Wilson and Howard, the linesman and the referee. Oh, Daigle's being escorted to the box now. All right, all right. I think the puck's about to be dropped. Pardon me. 4-on-4. And all right, so finally the puck is dropped. 4-on-4. Jack Roby, Josh Hurley in for Stampede. Daigle and Regan in the box for the Admirals. We got that iron out. Now, let's play some hockey. In the Admiral zone. Along the boards, McIntosh. He's got Howard Jones. Takes it behind the net. Skating it over the blue line, over the red line. Vandermeulen. And ends up in the corner. And it hits the timber, that low ceiling, and ends up being will have a face-off to the left of Joel Hasselman. Like everybody's sort of cooled off. Everything's kind of slow motion at the moment. We'll see how we go. Stepan can't get a swing at it, and it's bounced off his stick by Harrison. Stoney across the blue line, and it's bumped up and back by Amston all the way where Chamberlain picks it up, carries it behind his own net. Starts to move it forward, loses it dangerously. Luckily picked up by Citroni. Over to Stepan. Stepan takes that shot, and Hasselman, gloves, kind of almost dropped it to feed behind the net, but the whistle was blown. And I think that whistle blowing is just about stopping that close quarter combat where things can unravel, letting cooler heads prevail. Face off to the left of Hasselman. Henry facing off for the Admirals. Behind the net feed. Amston rolls it around but not out. And Citroni bats it along the boards. And Chamberlain picks it up on the corner. And it bounces once again off Amston's stick onto the timber. So I will have to iron out these penalties. I'm not sure what the times are. Looks like there's a 5-minute in there, but it's railed up and all the way down and waved off. So controlled by the Admirals behind their own net. Moving it up. Chalice giving chase. Hayward Jones. Well, it seems to be 5-on-4, so that's why Stampede are just batting it in as much as they can. Lead pass over the blue line. Vandermeulen. Rooney, front of the net, tapped off his stick, was Vespa, had a great chance, and it's fired back down the ice. Stampede getting a chance for a change. Henry at the red line. McIntosh can't keep up to him. And McIntosh is bumped over. And there's going to be a penalty. Kunst is being penalized. Not sure what that was for. But McIntosh was bumped off the puck. So, here we go. Face off in the Admiral zone as the Admirals are just sorting out their lines. 4-on-4. And this will be a warning. Referee Howard wants that line change quicker. That whistle blew and they were still changing things up. McIntosh facing off for Stampede. Tangled up. And Daigle over the blue line, over the red line. He's got Chamberlain with him. But he's bounced off, picks it up again on the red line. Rails it all the way around. Behind the net. Amston feeds Freer. Freer over the red line. Fires it in behind the net and gives chase. Chamberlain chasing. And it's batted all the way down the ice. And waved off. Where Amston has to chase around. And Freer can't collect it. Hayward Jones over the red line, over the blue line, lives for Chamberlain. Chamberlain takes a nice shot just wide, gloved by Hasselman. Great end-to-end hockey. 3-1 for the West Auckland Admirals. First game for the SkyCity Stampede. So and McCollum for the SkyCity Stampede. To Freer. Freer over the blue line. Railed up. Knocked off the puck, but it's fired in behind the net where Devlin takes a wide angle shot. And Chuba makes a great save on that. Kept in. McCullum takes a crack at it. Puck rolling around behind Chuba, but just batted wide. And Harrison takes another shot, and I'm not sure if Chuba knew whether or not he saved that, but he did a great job covering that up. Great work under fire there, Chuba. Great work. The Admirals having a line change. Zach Steppen being called back. Puck dropped. Cross ice. Not clean. Chalice takes a shot. Puck bounces to the corner. Daigle being pushed around. And Ross being unable, McCullum unable to collect it in front of the net. Chalice with it on the red line. And he carries, beats Cristoni. Centering, stopped by Daigle. Daigle starts to carry, gets some movement over the red line. Daigle over the blue line. He's dangerous. Steps over the blue line and fires it just high. Admirals keeping it in behind the net. Into the corner. Up but not out. Daigle picks it up. Taps it. Oh, sets up Kunz, but he just fires it wide. From Kunz taking a shot from that slot position. And Daigle once again collects. Kunst on the blue line. Vandermeulen over the blue line. Shot, low shot, pad save by Hasselman. And finally, Roby hits Harrison. Harrison feeds Roby, but he loses it on the blue line. And Rusky Jones battling for it, where it's tapped out to Burns. Amston over the red line, rails it all the way around to Rusky Jones, who taps it up. Centering was Harrison. Can't get a handle on it, and it's rolling behind the net. And that's McCullum, trying to center it, can't. Ends up behind the net again. Puck rolls in front, and a shot by Rusky Jones. Pad saved by Chuba. All the penalties have expired. And Amston taps it into Admiral zone. Great work by Chalice, trying to feed McIntosh. Oh, huge flash of the glove by Chava. I think that was Chalice that took that shot, had a big corner there, but Chava left it sneakily open and just put his glove up at the last second. Beautiful work stopping that. And it bounced off the timber. Face off to the right of Chava. Kennedy from behind the net. And he fires it too high off the glass, and it ends up in the dead zone. 3-1. 4 minutes, 57 seconds left. Second period. Joel Lebret could use you here. I'm running out of puff. Chalice with it. Carries to the corner. Centers. And Freer can't get a piece of it. I was wondering what it was. The net rattled off its moorings. So whistle down. Coyle with it. Taps it up to the corner. Behind the net now. Scores. Beautiful setup. McIntosh to Lockie Freer. Tic-tac-toe. Lockie, to be fair, Chava had a good piece of that. I think it went under his arm, but he couldn't stop all of it. And you need to stop all of it. Oh my goodness, 4 minutes, 41 seconds left, 3-2. Admirals still in the lead. But that'll fire them up. Devlin, Ross, and Harrison out there for the Stampede. And Devlin feeds Ross. Ross carries to the corner, pushed off the puck by Daigle. Daigle's doing a lot of heavy lifting here tonight. Great work, as well as Henry. Citrone fires it down all the way down the ice where Harrison taps over to Amston. Ross feeds Burns. Burns over the blue line. Can't quite reach Devlin. Puck left in front though. And it can't be cleared where rolls to the corner where Connor Harrison picks it up. Battling for it in the corner. And Citrone rolls it up, but not out. And it's tangled in the feet and now tangled on the body as Vesper and Devlin rolling around on the ground and flicked up, and a shot on net by Burns. Just a quick little one from the blue line. Confusion as the puck rolls into the Stampede zone. Amston with it. Amston carries. Feeds Roby over the blue line. Roby puts it to the corner. Kept in. In the corner, fired in front. From the point was a slapper from Mitchell Freer, and a block by Citrone, who's feeling that one. Skates straight to the bench after that. And some neutral zone play here. Somebody trying to get a handle on it. Finally, it ends up in Admiral territory. Red line, tap back where Freer gives chase. Freer centers, no one there. Chalice with it now. Chalice puts to the corner, back to Chalice. Shot, and it's off some timber, actually off the flag, and that'll whistle dead. So here's a face-off chance for the Stampede. Left of Chava. McIntosh with Chalice and Freer up front. collected by Admirals behind the net. Battling for it is Freer. Puck rolling around into the corner. Chellis bats it to the point and stopped where Kennedy picks it up. Rolling puck. Tapped off Admiral's stick as they cross the blue line. Chamberlain picks up a loose puck and almost has a bit of a chance, but McCullum bounces him off the puck. Freer feeds Harrison, can't make a pass. Kuntz takes a shot off of McCullum's pad. And McIntosh can't quite hit Harrison. Cross ice pass from Harrison. Freer puts it up to McCullum. McCullum centers. Puck rolls around in front. And Ross takes a swipe at it. But he was turning away from the puck at the moment. And Chaba covers that up. What do we got? 1 minute, 22 seconds. 3-2. Boy, we got a whole exciting period of hockey coming up after this. Daigle with it behind the net. Vespa moving forward. Daigle hits Kennedy. Kennedy marches it over the blue line and runs into Vespa. And Amston for Ross. Ross boogies down that left side. Shot off a pad of Daigle, who great block by Daigle. And marching it up is Troney. Railing it all the way around was Amston, and it ends up on the red line where Best was forced to collect it. Amston picks up a puck, passes to Roby, shot by Roby, wide and gloved by Chaba. Roby's shot was wide, but Chaba still gloved that in, held onto it, slowed things down with 31 seconds left in this second period. Looks like a warning. Nope. All right, face off to the left of Chaba. McIntosh, Chellis, McCullum, Freer, and Freer out there for Stampede. Reset. Not sure what's going on there. Not happy. Obviously a very untidy puck drop or something. Third time lucky. Freer takes a shot and gloved down by Chubba, and I'm afraid we're going to have another face-off. I hope it's only one. With 25 seconds left. Puck rolls to the corner. And Winston Lee taps it up to Rooney. Rooney tries to center, can't. McIntosh taps it up. Big feed to Freer. Freer's got players just a little ahead of McCullum. That was a great opportunity, but that ends the second period. Well, we've had everything. We've had a little bit of skatey punchy happening here in the second period. 3-2. Admirals in the lead. 15 more minutes left in this game. Stay tuned. I'm Dave Dubnik, and I'll bring you the third period shortly.
looks like he's about 3 or 4 ginger beers deep. That guy. Yeah, yeah. Dutch courage, they call that. I think I'm right. There's one surrender.
Do you know if we're on? All right, we're back here, third period. Great battle. SkyCity Stampede against the West Auckland Admirals. 3-2 for the Admirals. We had a second period of it was scrappy, goals scored, all sorts of things happening. Should be an interesting third period. And then again, huge tomorrow night as well. Puck drop, shot on net by McIntosh. Puck rolling in front and just wide. Was Freer. Behind the net is McIntosh. Can't center, pushes it to the corner. Shot blocked, chance for Vandermeulen. Great save by Hasselman. And Regan taps it into the corner. And Admirals look for a quick change. Cross ice from Chalice. Left for Vesper on the red line. He's got a little bit of room. Dances past a couple of the Stampede players and fires it to the corner. Amston leaves for Burns. Burns, big wide pass. Hits Ross, and Ross takes a shot from just inside the blue line. Straight on the money of Chaba. Face off to the right at Chaba. Reagan centering the face off for the Admirals. Puck tapped into the slot, and Chaba just bats it to the side. Puck rolls to the neutral zone. Amston on his own blue line. Ross, shot high, rails it around. Burns can't keep it in. It bounces, he swings with it. Big push off the boards. Kennedy behind the net, pushes it to the blue line, but not out. Finally, Regan gets it out, and it's tapped back in. Kennedy with it. Step in, carries. Chamberlain. His pass is tapped off a stick. Can't hit Regan. Steppen picks it up. Knocked off the puck by Rusky Jones. And he's taking a bit to get up. And Roby can't collect the puck as it rolled onto Chuba's stick. And Chamberlain bounced off the puck. Moses with it now along the boards. Fires it into Stampede zone. Picked up and put onto Freer's stick. Freer in the corner. Ends up, Winston Lee ends up with it. And as he tries to center in, move to the center. Hasselman just gloved it just off the post just to stop him from getting anywhere with it. And then a little bit of fracas behind the net. McIntosh. Got Amston, Freer, Burns, and Freer. Behind the net, feeds Lockie Freer, fires it up to McIntosh. And Burns puts Regan down, who's holding his knee, but looks like he's coming off. And Burns behind the net. Howard Jones, shot from the blue line. Hasselman pushes that to the corner. It's finally fired out. And Daigle's forced to retrieve and regain composure behind the net. Freer fires it in. And Devlin gives chase, but it's tapped out where Coyle picks it up on his own blue line. Takes it all the way back behind his net. Harrison off a stick. And Devlin picks up a bouncing puck, but railed off of it as the Admirals pick it up and skate in with it over the blue line. Into the corner. McLeish with it. McLeish taps it off the boards to Henry. Henry can't control it. Rolls behind the net. Freer bumps it up to Ross. Ross loses it on the blue line. Devlin can't pick it up, and Freer finally bats it in just randomly. And Admirals have a chance over the blue line. Shot off a pad and tapped out where McLeish gathers. Red line off the boards to Winston Lee, and it's in the corner. Rooney takes a shot, and it hits the timber. Quite scrambly at the moment. I think I'd call it scrambly, Taylor. Quite scrambly here in the third. Taylor, Molly, helping out on the technical end of things, along with Max. Big pass from Chamberlain to Coons, who can't control it on the red line. Picks up the puck again, circles on his blue line, and fires it in. And icing is the call. Didn't quite step over the red line before firing it in. Face off all the way back in the Admiral zone to the left of Shaba. McIntosh facing off for the SkyCity Stampede. Batted out on the red line. Amson slams on the brakes, spins, bumped off the puck. Or Stepan picks it up, and it ends up on the red line. Shellis. Saucer pass. Burns being harassed by Regan. Fires it up, hits McIntosh on the red line. McIntosh on the blue line. Can't get it past Chamberlain. Tap back onto McIntosh's stick in the corner. Leave for Freer. Chellis, and Chellis just tries to put it in the corner. And it's batted all the way down, straight onto Hasselman's stick. Big lead pass, trying to catch the Admirals out on a line change, but that doesn't work. They're too quick, and it's bouncing around the red line. Henry over the red line, fires it in off a skate, and it's on the blue line, fired wide of the net. Well, Corey, this is more hockey-like. Pass back to Daigle. Daigle's shot, blocked. Puck bouncing off a Harrison stick. He's skating in with it. Can't quite collect it on the blue line. And it's batted across ice to Vesper. Vesper controlling along the boards, being dogged by Ross. Ross picks it up behind the net, still carrying along the boards. Spins, fires it behind the net where Devlin picks it up. Devlin trying to center, no one there. Great job of work. Great work by Devlin. And over the red line, fired on. As Hasselman tried to clear, hit Amston right in the pads, I think. And a little bit of toing and froing on the red line. Cross ice to Ross, red line, fires it in. No icing. And out of the corner. Chamberlain picks up a bouncing puck on the blue line, fires, blocked. and hits the dead zone. Burns having a bit of hello to Rooney. Everybody just having an extra, lots of enthusiasm. Column rails it around, and it's on the red line, off a skate. Picked up by Rusky Jones. Rusky Jones leaves, and Scott had a chance there. Fires high, big white shot, fake by McCullum, and is batted all the way down the ice. And icing is the call. Scarlett Armstrong having a good chance there. Face off in the Admiral zone, left side of Chaba. And McIntosh with it. McCullum along the boards, centers, not quite to McIntosh. The Admirals, Kennedy with it behind his net. Up, and it rolls to the red line. Saucer pass from Freer, picked up by McIntosh on the red line. Colin taking out Freer, tangled up. And Regan ends up with it. Cross pass to who was that? Vandermeulen, who skated around with it and had a great opportunity. Found a pass, but it just didn't get onto the net. So Chamberlain is forced to give chase behind the net. Chalice is on him. Hits the red line. Harrison booging along that red line. Hits the boards. Nothing in it there. Centering pass, no one there. Great work by Devlin to put the puck right in that low slot. But no one there to pick it up. Amston with it. Amston. It's Devlin in the back of the leg. Ross picks it up and ends up hitting the timber with that deflection. Face off in the offside dot. Closest spot. Closest face off point to the where the puck was tapped. Amston, cross ice to Burns, behind the net to Amston. Amston can't get it out. Picked up by Rusky Jones over the blue line. Rusky Jones, beautiful work by the Admirals. They Stampede stepping over the blue line and struggling to get it past that Admiral defense. Daigle with it now, behind his own net. Kelly, what's happening out here? Tell me. They just can't seem to get their act together. As Daigle over the blue line, Daigle over the red line. Shot off a pad. As Colin McIntosh says, no goal has ever been scored through going through a leg. Oh, big kick save by Chaba, who got just a piece of that. Wonderful work. Shin pads are tough. And I think that's Rooney centering. Can't get picked up. Bounces up and to the blue line. Cross ice. McCullum with it. Centers, no one there. Beautiful centering pass. Huge work by the Admirals to get it out. And it's picked up, stolen by the Admirals. And well done. Trying to tuck it in that close corner, which I think when Joel Hasselman went to save, he bumped the post off the moorings. So, face-off will be Stampede zone, left of Hasselman. Richie, what would you be doing right now? A little bit of muscle in front of the net, maybe? 9 minutes, 18 seconds left, 3-2. Dylan Devlin facing off against Reagan. Referee's just holding up things, just having a chat with the timekeepers, scorekeepers. Not sure what. I believe the Admirals had a couple games last weekend or a couple weekends ago against the Makos. And so they've sort of a little bit more battle ready, perhaps, but they're definitely showing it, definitely ready for the 24 season. Now the referee's having a chat with the Admiral bench, just not sure what the conversation's about, but it's obviously important for him to stop the game for. But it's all, I don't know, maybe they're discussing where to go for dinner after. Good hamburger joint down in the corner. Oh well, we're going to find out what's going on here. So now the referee's back in the, talking to the timekeepers. Perhaps there's a time issue, I don't know. Once again, big thanks to SkyCity for their sponsorship. Queenstown Hockey Club, Eventifying, Sign It, Media Works, James Allen Photography, WT Partnership, Create Works, Cook Brothers Construction, AWS Legal, LBRBP Consulting. So you guys make the dream work. All right, whistle's blown, 9 minutes, 18 seconds left, third period. Puck ready to be dropped to the left of Hasselman. Rolls behind the net. McCollum with it. Big shot down ice. Don't know how it ended up off the dead zone, but whistle dead. I think it came off a skate, to be honest. And so the face-off will be the face-off dot down towards the Admirals. Interesting play. I like it. Puck cleared in. McLeish rails it around behind the net. And the Admirals moving forward. Hasselman passing it to Freer. Hitting McCollum. McCollum puts it up ice. The puck rolling around in front. Great cover up by by Chaba. But Kennedy's gone down a bit hard. And so there'll be a high sticking call, I believe. Yep, high stick. Oh, Dylan Devlin. His personal seat there. That's at least third penalty for Dylan, I think. Yeah, unfortunate. Stampede forced to go into penalty kill, and Admirals looking at a power play. Cleared out. Daigle on his blue line. Cross ice pass. Vandermeer centering. Kick back along the boards. Pushing for it, and the puck rolls up, but bounces out. Struggling to control it is Van der Meulen. Over to Daigle. Daigle on his own blue line, on his own red line, on the red line. And it's cleared up and all the way out, all the way down, forcing Hayward Jones to chase into his own corner behind the net. Heavily dogged by Rusky Jones. Great penalty kill. Daigle on the red line, over the red line, fires it in. And it goes all the way around. And Rusky Jones is dogging again. Great work. And Daigle, blue line, hits Kunst over the blue line, shot on the money, bouncing block, a save, and then it bounces away from Joel, who scrambles to gather it up. Stopping things, leaving the Stampede a chance to swap players. 7 minutes, 18 seconds left. Lots of time for lots of exciting action. Face off to the left of Hasselman. To the corner. Amston clears it up and out. Roby gives chase. Chamberlain and Roby. Chamberlain gathers it. Taps it up. Amston spins, and McLeish stops it at the red line. Chamberlain picks it up, carries to his own zone. 13 seconds left in that penalty. Cross ice to Rooney. Rooney loses it, and it's knocked all the way back down. And Chamberlain's forced to chase again, where Ross gives chase. McCallum with it. McCallum, cross ice pass to Freer. Freer's got McIntosh, leaves it for McIntosh. Cross ice, no one there. And Regan picks it up, a puck. Shot and blocked by Hasselman. Daigle with it on the red line. Cross ice, misses Kunst. Daigle with it again. Daigle. He's got Kunst with him. Blue line, tapped in. It's railed in behind. And Freer taps it up. And looks like icing will be the call. Colin McIntosh is wearing a cage at the moment. I think he's had a little bit of facial work done. I don't know. Colin. Broken nose. And a puck to the throat in the last overseas game. So, yeah. I don't know. That pretty face of his is maybe not so pretty anymore. Dev firing it up. Lost to the Admirals in their own zone. Chalice knocks down a puck and it rolls back into the Admiral zone. 5 minutes left, just over 5 minutes, as Daigle still controlling, chewing up time. And Henry picks up a pass, taps it in. Hasselman's forced to bat it out to Harrison. Harrison lead pass to Devlin. Devlin, one toe over the line. Offside is the call. Spectacular work on both sides. Admirals just hungry for that puck at all times. Rusky Jones winning that face-off, but Freer can't pick it up, and it rolls all the way back into Stampede territory. Huge work by Chamberlain. And great hustle by McCallum, but he couldn't quite collect it properly to get a good shot in that slot. Freer with it on the red line. Cross ice McCollum shot and gloved by Chava. Great action. This is all going to happen again tomorrow, 7 o'clock. If you can't make it down to the rink, Hockey Town, Queenstown, then keep an eye open here. Live stream. Admirals at the red line. Mullen. Great work by the Admirals behind the Stampede net. Centering pass by Regan, but no one there. And Freer over the blue line gives chase. Chamberlain fires it up. And icing is the call. Admirals forced back all the way back. And Stampede. McIntosh facing off for the Stampede. Chamberlain rails it up, but can't keep it in. This is the Stampede. Daigle. Chalice. Shot. And off the timber. Another forced face-off in that Admiral zone. Huge work. Vandermeulen, beautiful. Kunst, another one. Great work by those European players. Freer, shot high, off the glass after a block save by Chaba. And Freer boogies down, forcing the icing. Cristoni was on his tail, but Freer beat him. Icing is the call. Face off once again in that Admiral zone. Stampede wanting to get a good face off. Set play with 3 minutes, 26 seconds left. To the corner. Chalice back to Burns. Burns shot, blocked. And Daigle with it on the red line, over the blue line. Shot deflected wide. Kennedy picks it up on the boards, centering. Boy, that was great work, but Cristoni was right in front, unguarded, luckily, and once again unguarded. Regan keeps it in, and Burns in the corner. Burns. No icings. Daigle forced to chase it all the way down. And Devlin can't collect it. Now back on his own blue line is Freer. Across to McCollum. McCollum to Harrison. Harrison taps it into the corner for Devlin, giving chase. Daigle picks it up, rails it around. Picked up. Shot by McCollum. And hits the dead zone. So face off in that Admiral area with 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. 3-2 for the Admirals. They'll be getting excited now. And Stampede will be trying to pull out all stops to not let this happen. Centering pass, chance, just great work. Freer. Great work, great plan, but Freer just a little wide, but Chava still gloves that. Big hello to all those Jurassic players here in Queenstown. Didn't make it out. Come on out tomorrow and watch the game as the Admirals tap it down. Waved off. Freer chases. McIntosh. Freer. Lucky Freer knocked down. There'll be a boarding call there on McIntosh. Vandermeulen had his back to McIntosh. We'll see what this comes out as. One minute 47 seconds left. Kelly, what are we going to do? All right, so looks like the Stampede are going to have to be forced to penalty kill here for the last minute and a bit. And Admirals have a chance to sink another one with their power play. Puck drop, back to the point. Along the boards. Admirals controlling carefully. Cross ice. Great harassment by Burns. But Daigle. And finally it's cleared up, and Amston taps it up to Roby. Roby cross ice. Turuski Jones can't collect that. And perhaps offside is a call. 1 minute, 22 seconds left. Timeout. What's the plan? Secret squirrel stuff. Very sneaky. So, Daigle's got himself in a tangle, got a penalty. So 4-on-4. Under a minute and a half left. 3-2 Stampede. If you got any secret sneaky stuff, now's the time. They probably want some hints from me, but I think I'll just keep my mouth quiet. All right, 5-on-4 at the moment. Amston. Shot blocked to the corner where Stampede control it behind the net. Trying to set something up. Back to the point. McCullum. Amston, McCullum in front, cross-iced shot off a pad. Huge defense there by scores! 53 seconds left upstairs. Chuba perhaps a little screen. There's a lot of clutter in front. Wow. Chalice sinks one. What an exciting game. So we still got penalties on the board. Well, this game's got everything. Crowd looks very happy with this result. 4-on-4. McLeish carries into his own zone. Kunst with it on the blue line. Vandermeulen, he's dangerous in that zone. And it's tapped off his stick into the corner. Burns rails it around with only 20-some seconds, 30-some seconds left. Amston with it. Amston holding on to it. Big lead pass. Freer shot. Great save. Rusky Jones. Huge power shot. Awkward placement, but Chava just gathers that up. No sweat. Well, Corey, now you're being shown a serious game. Evan, Liam, James, hope you're enjoying this one. Pushed off the puck, back to the point. 14 seconds left, lots of time for this movement as Admirals march it into Stampede zone, centering it. Kicked back behind the net and railed up. And McLeish stops it on his own blue line, and that ends this. My goodness. So now it looks interesting. Three on three. I think it's only a few minutes, 3 on 3, then somebody's got to come out a winner. There's still time in those penalties, which carry on to these, that carries on to this overtime. Five minutes, 3 on 3. Lots of ice. Boys are just ironing out who's going on. Well, I think my parking meter's chewed up. I might turn into a pumpkin before this game's over. Lots of entertainment. These fans are getting their money's worth. So lots of discussion. Chalice, Burns, and Amston out there for SkyCity Stampede. Kunst, Vandermeerden, and Regan out there for the Admirals. Let's see what happens. Regan, his own zones, takes it back. Behind his net, Chalice gives a little bit of pressure. Kunst over the red line. Taps it up to Regan. Regan steps over the blue line. Into the corner, knocked off the puck. And McIntosh feeds Chalice. Big wide pass. And ice sink is the call. Couldn't quite grab that, was Burns. Four minutes, 22 seconds left in this overtime period. 3-all. Sitting on the edge of their seats. Amston with it now. Amston slows it down. McIntosh along the boards. Skates at centers. Burns couldn't get a handle on it. Back to McIntosh in the corner. McIntosh still has it. McIntosh. And now can't quite collect it, was Chalice. and lost to the Admirals, who carry it over into the neutral zone. Daigle has it. Daigle waiting for the line change, chewing up some time. McCullum carries back to the red zone, red line. McCullum still has it. Back to shot, blocked nicely by Vesper. And fed back and up to Freer. Freer feeds forward. Freer in the corner with it, controlling, being bumped off the puck though. And finally ends up on the point. Backhanded in behind the net where Rusky Jones is being pushed around. Rusky Jones with it. Amston, shot, blocked in front. And moving forward is the Admirals over the blue line. Shot, knocked to the side. Henry gives chase. Along the boards, intercepted by Amston, and it's lost. Daigle, red line, steps over the blue line. It's 4-on-4 now. And Ross over the red line. Ross centers. Can't quite get controlled by Freer. Freer centers, and no one there to collect it. And Amston on the red line. Amston, it's Freer, centers, and Harrison can't collect that. Harrison has it along the boards, being dogged by Daigle. Harrison can't collect it, and it's off a skate to the red line. Regan, red line, being harassed by Stampede, loses it on the red line where McIntosh collects it, bats it into the Admirals territory. Admirals controlling, 1 minute 19 seconds left as these two teams work it up. Vesper bumped off the puck and Burns gives chase. Burns behind his own net. Big lead pass to Devlin. Devlin being shot and huge, great work. Rooney was closing in fast. Devlin took the shot. And Chuba makes the save. Oh, 58 seconds left. How exciting is this? I hope you haven't tucked the kids in because, man, they're missing great action here on a Friday night. 3-on-3 now. And puck rolls around, feeds McCullum. McCullum shot, oh, great save! Huge save by Chuba. That glove of his is spectacular, lightning fast. Once again, face off deep in that Admiral zone. Back, can't keep it in. Back to the red line. McCullum being harassed by Chamberlain. Over the blue line. Back to the point with Freer, who just lets it slip over the blue line and offside. 36 seconds, 0.1. 36.1 seconds left in this overtime period. Colin McIntosh chases it over into the corner. Collects it behind the net. Again, it's Vandermeulen. McIntosh being harassed, but no penalty. As it's batted out to the blue line. Amston, shot, oh, great save. Once again, an awkward save, but still great Didn't look like he was quite ready for that. And 0 seconds left, so that ends the 3-on-3. I think we'll go to a shootout now. It's getting late. So, it's getting late. Referee's got to be absolutely shattered as well, moving up and down the ice like that for an entire game and extra. Anyone wanting to contribute to the announcer's retirement fund, just send your money to me. This is so long. Late night in Queenstown. Oh, coin toss. You know, this sets up such an excellent game situation for tomorrow night's game. Because no matter what the result is here, you know, both teams have really played. They're both very close to each other when you end up in a 3-all tie. Now they're discussing whether or not a coin is, whether the coin is legitimate. Who calls it? Oh my goodness, it's quite convoluted. So they flipped it, and so nobody's sure who's shooting first. All right. Now the referee's got his notepad out. Make sure he gets it right. So Stampede, SkyCity Stampede will be shooting first. Colin McIntosh against Admirals. Curso Maga Chuba, Curso Maga. So we'll see how we go. Colin sinks one. Up high. Left side. Hasselman. Kunst will be up against Hasselman. Crowd giving Kunst a bit of grief. And he sinks it. All right, Chalice for the Stampede. Don't touch that dial. Scores, Chalice, same side as last time. Same side as Colin McIntosh. Vandermeulen. Up for the Admirals. And he sinks it. So, my goodness. It's a busy old night here in the old barn. Roby up for SkyCity Stampede. And Roby finds a spot. Jack Roby. Goalies have been playing spectacular all game, and this is unfortunate for them. Hasselman up against Regan. He's a slippery competitor. Regan for the Admirals. And Regan can't slide it under Hasselman's pads. So at the moment, the Stampede are ahead by 1 goal. And McCollum stepping up for SkyCity. McCollum puts on the gas. Zigs and zags. And Chava shuts him down. So Daigle, holy, he's a fierce competitor for the Admirals. Hasselman, Daigle. And he scores. Ross for the SkyCity Stampede. And he finds that far side on Chava, puts it down, and Hayward Jones out there for the Admirals. Up against Joel Hasselman. And that ends the game in a shootout. First game here in Hockeytown, all the way down to the wire. How exciting. And this is all going to happen again tomorrow night. Wow, what a great opening to the 2024 season. I'd like to thank for all you people listening, and thanks for all your shared comments. Great opportunity here to watch another great game tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, same channel. I'm Dave Dudnick, and on behalf of Molly, Taylor, and Max, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. And stay tuned for tomorrow night. I'm Dave Dubnick, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.